If you guys watch this channel, I'd beg to say that you guys are not lazy. You're not broken. I'd beg to say you've maybe just been lied to by something called motivation. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when you are having a good day, and it ghosts when you're going through something hard. It'll hype you up, but it won't build your life. So today we're going to talk about motivation and how I stopped waiting for motivation to hit to actually start doing something, and what actually helped me change my health, my mindset, and my relationships in my life for real. Good morning, good evening, wherever you guys are watching or listening from. Welcome to another episode of Better Men Daily. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and drop a like on this video. It helps boost me in the algorithm and gets this content out to more men like you. And if you guys are new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as it'll help you look out for more content like this if you enjoy it. If you guys are on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Today, we're going to talk about motivation and the trap that motivation is, at least in the Western sense. And we're going to talk about how to channel what true motivation is, figure out when you've actually hit true motivation, and how to stop waiting for motivation to show up to take action. And if you guys stay tuned to the end of this video, I'm going to give you the number one key that I have used in my self-improvement journey on how to get things done despite being motivated. And the answer might surprise you, so stay tuned. But first, we're going to talk about something that maybe is going to be a little familiar to you. I'm going to talk about my life and what I've experienced in the past with motivation and efforts in trying to start some sort of self-improvement journey. And it's going to probably sound funny because it's going to be so familiar to you, because I know I'm not the only guy who's gone through this, where I used to live this life where I'd listen to a podcast or a sermon or a YouTube video, and I'd get fired up and I'd write stuff down and I'd get motivated to start a new fitness journey or to start a new business. And then 2 days later, I'm right back to my same old routine. I am sure that I'm not the only guy who has gone through that, because I've watched other guys in my own life go through that exact same thing. So it's a universal experience. That start strong, then fade out pattern, and the guilt that comes with it when the fire dies in those moments, and how it messes with your identity as a man on if you're even capable of sustaining motivation. And really, I used to think that it was something that was wrong with me. I'll pray for passion, and I'll pray, God, please bring me passion, and I'll sit there and I'll wait for motivation. But all I was really doing in reality was just stalling and sitting on my hands waiting to start something that was never going to happen. And I'm going to say that motivation is a key. It's like a key in a car. Motivation is great for starting, but discipline's the engine, because that's what actually finishes things in your life. So today we're going to talk about what clicked for me and shifted when I was viewing motivation, how I actually started shifting into a get things done anyway mindset. And this shift started when I stopped asking, do I feel like it, and started saying, I'm doing it regardless. I've already accepted that reality. And the biggest way this showed up for me, first and foremost, was in work and my fitness journey. I show up on days where it feels completely pointless. I feel like I'm not even going to get crap done. There's days where I show up to the gym and I'm just like completely checked out. I don't want to be there. I've known all day I wasn't looking forward to going. I'm tired. I have other stuff going on, but I show up anyway, because the discipline of just starting the rep and the small wins is what really stacks into real change in your life. So that one day that you're like, oh, well, I went to the gym when I didn't feel like it and it didn't do anything for me in that moment. 5 years from now, when you have the body you want and the health markers that you want on your blood work, and you're athletic and you're a high-performing man, you're going to say, man, I'm so glad that I did that every time I didn't feel like it. And for me, this has happened a lot of times in my faith, where there's days I don't feel close to God technically. Like, I don't feel the warm and fuzzies inside, but I show up anyway. I pray my prayers anyway, and I open my Bible anyway, because obedience builds something that is stronger than feelings or will in your life. And the raw reality of everything that I am talking about right now is that discipline is not a sexy thing. It's not flashy, but it's the most freeing thing that I've experienced in my life, because I realize that there's a difference between being fired up to doing something and being called to do something. And fired up is the motivation. And motivation is great, and sometimes you will have motivation. But the calling to do something and doing it even when you don't feel like it, that's when the real change happens. And before I start talking about some of the changes this has made in my life, I do want to say something. When I'm saying motivation, I'm really most likely talking about Western motivation, where you feel fired up and it's, the Rocky movie, and he's running up the stairs in Philadelphia and he's pushing himself in training, and that's all well and good. But I would argue that true motivation is doing things when you don't feel motivated to do them. If you don't feel like going to the gym, but you do it anyway because you have a higher purpose, that's actually motivation. The difference is the rest of the world just calls it discipline, where Americans need this flashy and vibrant and exciting, powerful move to actually start making some changes in their lives. But trust me, there has been rewards to me over the long game to sticking to discipline. I've talked about on this channel that I'm in the middle of a weight loss journey. I'm not even done yet. I started at 280 pounds, and I am about 225 at the time of recording this video. So I've lost over 50 pounds, and it's completely changed and transformed not just my appearance, but my physical health, my blood pressure, my heart rate, all of my blood markers on my blood work. Everything is better. I have better focus at work. I'm more driven. I get more things done during the day. I have more presence at home when I'm spending time with my family, even though, ironically enough, my time alone with my family dwindles more and more with the more that we have going on in our lives. But it's more intentional, and it feels longer. It feels more impactful. I have a deeper relationship with God. I have more powerful prayer time and time in the Word. I have a grounded and stronger identity as a whole, because I know that I'm just now the guy who shows up and does it even just when I don't feel like doing it. Every rep that I do when I don't feel like it is building literally a new version of myself. It says in Proverbs 12 that whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. So stop waiting to feel ready. God gave you the spirit, not the sensation, and that is really all you need to actually start making change. So if you are tired of chasing that emotional high all the time to get things done, if you're tired of starting and stopping, then this video is your moment to make that change. Don't wait for a lightning bolt. Start with 5 push-ups. Start with 10 pages of a book. Start with a walk or a prayer. Just start with something disciplined. Actually wake up when your alarm goes off instead of hitting snooze 25 times. Actually go to the gym, and even if you get in there and just walk for 15 minutes on the treadmill, that's better than you did yesterday if you didn't go. You just need to start. Stop waiting. And that brings me to my key that I told you guys about at the beginning, if you made it to the end of the video, what I have done to turn my tides and actually just starting to do stuff and stop waiting. The key is exactly what I've been hinting at in this entire video. What I have done to become disciplined in my own life is the times you feel like it the least is the times you need to do it the most. So if you've ever battled with motivation burnout or anything like this, please go ahead and comment below if you're on YouTube. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and like the video as well. And if you guys want to help build this community of strong, better men daily, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bells on so you can look out for future content. And if you guys are watching this or listening rather on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, thank you for tuning into this episode. Send this to a brother who is ready to stop chasing the hype and start building habits. If you know someone who needs to hear this, go ahead and shoot it their way, because we're not led by motivation, we're led by mission. And around here, we're getting better men built one day at a time. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to this episode of Better Men Daily. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.